Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you so much for being patient. I almost wasn't going to do a stream tonight because I've been under the weather. I've been trying to recover and also super behind on packages. And then a lot of you guys know I'm dealing with this issue with DLD hardware where the email has become unsynced with the store, so I'm missing all sorts of stuff. It's a pain. So my apologies to those out there that are still waiting for your packages. I am getting them out and on the way. But what the Fed is going on in here? Good to see you, brother. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna just jump in to it. We're gonna skip the whole. You guys know how I do the whole like music thing, and then I show like all the different comments. Hey, Missouri Survival, Bukes Galukes. Great to see you. We're gonna go ahead and I don't know. Do you guys want like a very light amount of music in the background? Would that be nice? Let me know in the comments if you want a nice little light light bright red and frothy bit of let's see if I can get away with that. We're going to talk about that in a minute. See if you guys want hey, we got a shirt. Nice, appreciate that. Sure, why not? All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my guest on early. I apologize, I'm a little congested, y'all, so deal with me.
Thanks, Kurt.
What would Kurt say?
He dropped the definition
nice.
knives.com.
Dang, he used his own member chat for 37 months. Dude, that is crazy.
How long am I a member?
Chana member.
Do it. I'm not due. I know it's been a while. I'm due for a membership chat. Oh, hold on. I'm not.
That's funny. If you lost my email, I believe I ordered one of everything. Actually, yours is on the way. You're gonna like the way you look. We'll just say that. Missouri Survival, brother, great to see you. Also a great YouTube channel as well, so show him some love. If anyone else on here is just like, hey, I hate your low energy and you're a dirtbag, it's because I'm crazy sick. All right, I'm actually not crazy sick. I'm just kind of getting over it. It's like my third day. Every time Rich calls me at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., he reminds me how terrible I sound. So I'm just trying to get some rest.
Hey, Chris, what's up, man?
So we're going to go ahead and introduce everyone here. So for those of y'all that don't know, Kurt 20fo, great to see you, bro. First in chat. So I'm Dark with DLD After Dark. We do a live show every single Tuesday, Thursday, and every other Saturday, unless I'm sick, of course. If I'm sick, then I do miss shows like this past Tuesday. So I apologize to keep you guys waiting there. But we do have some new stuff that we want to talk about. I think Rich would believe that we have, Rich would agree that we believe we have some important info to share with you guys. And also, believe it or not, I know most people don't come here for this. We also have some breaking news, which a special guest is going to jump in and share in just a little bit. So hang tight. But if you're here for the first time, then just know that we usually take the next 10 minutes or so to greet all of our channel members, because they're about 86.5% of the channel support.
Could I break some news?
Sure, yeah.
It's a tragic event in my life. Do you know what it is?
Your deck?
It's not my deck.
Okay, yeah. It's your show. Go ahead.
My Tiki hut's gone.
That is true. That takes priority. We should discuss that first.
Can we have a moment of silence for my Tiki hut?
Well, no. I think
okay.
Moment of silence. Oh, hold on. I was gonna pray, but Tiki huts don't have souls, so
yeah.
We'll just get right back into it. A lot of people knew and cared for that Tiki hut, and a lot of people, used it as an opportunity to make fun of you, which I always enjoy. So yeah, is there anything you want to say about the Tiki Hut?
It served me well. I'll miss it.
God save the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Did it serve you well though?
Well, for the two years it lasted after I paid all sorts of money to re-roof it, yeah.
Hold on. So you paid for the Tiki Hut?
Well, the Tiki Hut was here when I bought the house, but it was in bad condition, and I had it redone. It was over $2,000, and so I'm like, I'm not going down that again for like 2 years worth of good roof.
So you're telling me there was a time when the Tiki Hut was in good condition?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But being in Florida, hurricanes,
and all that ish,
gators, meth use,
meth gators.
Yeah, meth gators. Meth use are gentlemen named Matthew that are on methamphetamines, just so you guys know. You paid for that. That's too funny. Yeah, so okay, sorry for your Tiki Hut. RIP. It will not be missed by most people. I'm sure for you it will be missed, because there were some nights where you did live streams in there, sipping on some Costco tequila, catching fire to fake money, and smoking some of a cigar. Yeah, it's gonna be missed by you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody's commented on the background.
It was CMMG. Was that Guns and Gadgets?
Yes.
Cool. You know, if you're telling a joke and you have to talk about the punchline,
yeah, I got you.
I feel like that's kind of the same thing, right? Am I right or no? I don't know. Hey, Definition Knives people. Hey, broski. All packages are going out soon if they hadn't gone out already. A lot of them have gone out already. Dude, look, I don't know if you guys saw last time I said, like, man, I got almost 40 orders sitting in DLD hardware, and I'm sick, and I'm, jam-packed on my schedule. I went in there to print orders. I had 80 orders in there, which is insane. So I'm getting through them. I'm about halfway through them. So everything will be out within the next day ish, before the weekend. Yes, Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Co-pilots in stock, my man. And they are indeed in stock. And not only are they in stock, they are absolutely gorgeous, man. Thank you. Yes. I had one right here, but my desk is so flipping messy.
Oh, wait. Don't we owe Kurt hardware?
We do, and the great news
he's not getting it.
He's getting it. He's just not getting it off of this run. But I do have a solution for him. So just hang tight, mate. And we got you. There's also some other stuff that we're gonna be reporting on for Definition Knives.
Can I ask a question? I haven't officially passed this by Dark, but what if we did a limited edition run of co-pilots with forged carbon fiber instead of
what?
This,
so what would be the difference? You mean like carbon fiber that's like machined?
No, it's forged carbon fiber. It's like a really good look. I would have to grab an image to post it. But tell me what you guys would think about a numbered limited edition of co-pilots with forged carbon fiber scales.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if everybody's in the carbon fiber game like I am. I'm Mr. Carbon Fiber.
You are. That's actually one of your usernames on another platform, if people are curious. So let's jump into it, then we'll get into the DK stuff. We are doing a Definition Knives AMA, so you can literally ask us anything, no holds barred, anything about Definition Knives, about our products, about...
I didn't know I was signing up for that.
You just did. And we're not going to stay on too long, because honestly... I'm going to be working. I'm going to say late, but really I'm going to be working till early. Because, anyway, so I'm Dark with DLD After Dark. I know I started that intro already, but anyway, we do a live stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm a little under the weather right now, so please bear with me. If you're here for the first time, welcome. We encourage you to engage with these incredible people over here in chat. If you're watching on mobile, those incredible people will be right below us. And we own Definition Knives together, and I own DLD Hardware, which are the two companies that are, my main focus. That's what I does. And then when I finally get caught up on packages, I do stuff like content, and I actually have some content coming out on a product that almost every single person in this chat, that the people that watch our stuff, would want. So I think you guys are gonna see a tremendous amount of value in this. So while we do the intro, I just want to thank all of you guys. If you're watching this live, thank you. Channel members, shout out in chat. If you're watching this for the first time, shout out. We'll welcome you. All of our folks in chat will welcome you. And if you're watching this the next day or the next day or the next day on replay, do me a favor and shout out in the comments: Replay Mafia, Recapitulation Syndication, Reheated Leftovers, Refried Beans, all the great creative things that you guys throw in the chat.
Can I show the forged carbon fiber?
Sure.
So the center console here is forged carbon fiber. The seat back sides is regular carbon fiber. Now that's kind of super wide forged carbon fiber. This would be much, much, much finer forged carbon fiber.
Kind of looks like white, like black and white burl wood or something like that.
Yeah. But
so is that something that you would make?
I would make it.
And you can hand machine scales to that.
It's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, because that's, even just to get the placement of the hardware, the recessed holes for, that would be, because even the okay, so if you look at the Copilot, right, even the holes for all the hardware, they're not just holes, they're like recessed, so it's like scooped with material below it. We may need some remarkable individuals with access to lasers out there, which if the individual that helped us create the Definition Knives logo certainly does have a laser. It's also right there. And also, I can't believe I hadn't done this before. It's also boop right there. Look at that. Boop. Boop. See? But it's kind of a little repetitive with that right there. So we'll just do that. Also, we have the CASHAPP right there. So some people had asked about the CASHAPP. So there's a little thingamajiggy right there. Look, there's another thing, too, that we want to discuss tonight. Well, that I wanted to discuss tonight. Rich and I spoke about it. It's highly likely something that would get yeeted, that we should probably talk about at the Green Place. But I probably had two or three people reach out to me on IG because we were talking about knowing when to use certain medical equipment that we talk about. Like we talk about wound packing, we talk about tourniquets, and I had said it's important to know when, like how to identify when someone is bleeding or when there is arterial blood, and that arterial blood is bright and frothy. And some people were like, I don't know exactly what that means. So I flashed that picture a couple times. So that actually was a screenshot taken from Active Self-Protection. And if you guys want to get a more clear look at this young lady who had some new air conditioning installed in her when she wanted to share a glimpse of her revolver with a police officer, that's how she received those discount ventilation systems in her torso. So
who fired the round?
The police officers, the police officer. But he also left her sitting in the car for several minutes, and then when backup arrived, the backup said, "Do you have the gun?" He said, "Yeah, I just got the gun," and he got it out of the way. And the guy was like, "You get the gun, back up, I'll take her out, and we'll start performing life-saving medical treatment on her." And none of us are doctors, by the way, we're just having a conversation. And the guy was like, just give me a minute, okay? I'm trying to like, do you not she doesn't have a minute. Matter of fact, 2 minutes already passed. Like, there's no more minutes, So, and then she, succumbed to her injuries, which, of course, it seemed like she wanted to get a new air conditioning system installed in her torso. So, anyway,
so was this a femoral artery, or where this was a chest wound?
It was somewhere in. It looked to be in her lower torso, which you certainly do have arteries going.
So you're definitely getting frothing, what out.
Yes. So
this is something you need to blow.
Go ahead.
You need a blowout patch to survive.
Yeah, if this is you need tourniquets for
if it was a femoral artery, a limb.
Yeah, if it's a limb of some sort, obviously you need tourniquets. If it is a some type of we'll call it a puncture wound in torso or depending on where it is, and sometimes like in the armpit or something, you can't use a tourniquet in the armpit, so you would actually have to pack the wound, something like hemostatic gauze, which, by the way, hemostatic gauze is surgically removed, like the quick clot gauze, that stuff
you gotta cut that out of you.
Yeah, it's so, and everyone should learn how to wound pack and all that. Anyway, that's just a little side thing. Obviously, that has nothing to do with definition knives. I just wanted to bring that up because a couple people had asked on the gram. I'm also like 2 weeks behind on messages from on IG, so sorry guys. But anyway, let's do the quick intro. Just want to welcome everyone. Hey, look who it is. The Range, welcome. I think somebody accidentally either banned or muted The Range on one of the streams like a week ago. I'm certain that was on accident. As a mod of other channels, I have definitely accidentally muted people, so my bad. But welcome back, glad you're here. And for everyone else in here, channel members, sound off in the chat. We're going to go through and welcome everyone. Kurt24, the producer of the show. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Kurt24 is first in chat, so you get a crisp high five. Psh, thank you, brother. And then as I come down, correct. Tourniquet works perfectly for head wounds. Just kidding. Thank you. Yeah, look, I've seen people drop in 15 to 30 seconds. It depends. It depends on what was hit. It depends on how, it was lacerated. I mean, there's so many different variables. And if you're hit multiple times, like she was, you're not just struck by a round, you're struck by a round, glass, plastic, metal, wood. I mean, whatever's coming through that car at you, it's going all up in you. So,
you know what, Dark? This goes just like one of our conversations where we have 3 important things to communicate, and we never get to one of them.
Yeah. So let me go back here. All right, so we'll go back to Kurt's chat, and then
I'll have to say hi to P38 Welber.
P38 Wilberto, great to see you. We got Fat Rooster in the chat. Fat Rooster, great to see you. Which Fat Rooster may have something coming up in the future that all of you will be interested in, but I'm not going to say anything unless he says it's okay. We got Zanty Misfit in the building. Brother Zanty, great to see you. Also a channel member. Blue Curtain Burner, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member. Eric Stockbridge, also a channel member. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. An X to grind. Did this channel change hands at some point in the last few years? Was it always the Crump gentleman? No. So I gave Crump permission to jump on, when he has important Second Amendment related, news to share.
Yeah, he jumps on all of our channels.
Yeah. So I give him permission. This is my channel. I'm Dark, DLD After Dark, which is the dark of the DLD After Dark. So neither one of us are Crump, actually. So that's also exciting. Mike McClune, the Goon, brother, great to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Also a channel member and a moderator like Kurt as well. Fat Rooster, Eric Stockbridge. Let's see. FlyngRich, moderator and a channel member. Kurt 24, FlyngRich Firearms, brother. Great to see you.
Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. Hold on. You got to highlight P38 Wilbur's comment. Oh, you're out of sequence. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm all the way in the back.
I will get another free lunch out of him.
Ah, breaking news. You know, it's one of those things that people are going to stop paying attention when we say breaking news.
I mean, do I have to say, hold on, do I have to change my background? I forgot. This is not my breaking news background. Give me a second.
Yeah, we should all wait for
do
that.
I have it here? Okay, yep, here it is.
You as well, man.
Okay.
6-3.
6-3, Supreme Court decision. Breaking news. Changing the face of the Second Amendment forever.
Forever. Kurt 24, Zanti Misfit. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone here. Agorizer, brother, great to see you, man. Which I saw your order as well. That's coming to you. Goon Beam, obviously, we love the Goon Beam. I'm rocking one every single day. This thing is crazy. I got the assault flashlight up here too, and the overt security guard at my church is rocking a Goon Beam on his hip every single day and on his glizzy as well. So that's super dope. Thank you again, Kurt, for the 37-month member super chat. Let's see. Fat Rooster, Agorizer, Blue Curtain Burner, Eric Stockbridge, Santy Misfit, FlyngRich member for 32 months. Holy moly. Thank you for dropping your... do you have definitionknives.com on FlyngRich?
I don't. I got to put that on.
Come on, man. Yeah, Agorizer.
I'm going to do it now so I don't forget.
I would not. I would take a note because they're going to be pulling a Crumpy. Agorizers, Anti-Misfit, Kurt 24, Zanti.
No, Crump writes books. Well, I do a show for him.
That's true. That's true. Joe Vacu, brother, great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Let's see, Joe Vacu, Agorizer, Eric Stockbridge, Drewski. What did do, Ski, brother? Great to see you. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out, and I appreciate the channel members so much. You guys are the ones that literally keep the lights on, which is funny because my $50 freaking ring light literally started flickering like a week ago. So I make the joke about y'all keeping the lights on, but the lights are literally flickering in my face. That's not your fault, though. It's mine. You guys do more than enough.
Yeah, I don't know if you just saw the exchange I had with Walter Keller. I asked Walter if he knows something he can't share, and he said, I can't say.
Well, then that means probably yes. Mark Tucker, great to see you, brother. Also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Drewski, lifetime channel member. Mark Tucker, yeah. Definition 9. DB Cooper, great to see you, brother. Also a channel member. Let's see. T for Tejas, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. Appreciate you, man. Honorable mention. Joe Morris, Mr. Joe Morris. Appreciate you and love you, bud. Let's see. Kurt 24, DB Cooper.
Is that Joe Morris or a different Joe Morris?
That's Joe Morris, not the different Joe Morris.
Okay.
Yeah. No doubt the range. You got it, bro. Drewski, just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Kurt 24, Mark Tucker, Drewski, Eric Stockbridge, Drewski, Agorizer. There he is. Gutta Cheese, Senor Fromage himself, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. And obviously there's a whole gang of honorable mentions. Okay, really quick, bro. I had mentioned, and then we'll bring them on. I had mentioned that there was someone who had placed an order of a co-pilot like weeks before co-pilots came back in stock, right? And this fine gentleman below right here, Jason Shell, had also placed an order on Definition Knives. And I mistakenly had printed out the order for that dude for his co-pilot that wasn't here yet. And then Jason Shell's slip went under it and it sat there. But yours is already on the way. It is en route to you. It'll be there any moment. So I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let you know that it is en route to you, and threw a little something in there for you. You know what I'm saying? And I packed it with stickers. Ruby on the Ridge, great to see you. Where is this Rudy Finney, or is there? I don't know where Rudy Finney's been at, man. Hot Dog 990, Rudy Finney, for those that lurk but are almost always here, appreciate you. Ruby on the Ridge, great to see you also with Chinamemba. And John Crump News, we love you. Oh, he got him. He got him. Beautiful, beautiful. And let's go ahead and jump into our breaking news segment featuring Barack Obama.
We have breaking news?
Yeah.
What's up, Flying Dark out there?
Flying Dark. Nice, dude. Hey,
I know who Flying Dark is, by the way.
I'll throw a little something in there for you too. We got a whole bunch of really dope stickers, so I got you. And you know, some other stuff coming out too that we're probably not supposed to show off yet. But Leighton McQueen, great to see you. All right, so that's a no.
So Walt, Drew is asking if he can get a lower for his Safety Harbor 50.
It's hard to keep up with chat in here.
We got Putang.
Where is Putang? Okay, Putang. I don't know if you probably didn't see it. It was on Rumble, but Jordan, yours are on the way if you didn't receive it yet.
And of course,
Hot Dog 990
we got a pimp.
Yes, we're gonna do the pimping. Hot Dog 990 is the undisputed king of late night live.
Because I live in Florida, this is only an empty box.
Yes. Good evening to the blessed one, Kurt 24. Putang, I don't know if you got to see it, but I actually, instead of throwing the Mini Valor on an RMSC cut handgun, I actually put it on a 12 gauge, and it's right here. But because we're on YouTube, I don't think I'm going to.
I'm so used to handling firearms on lives.
I know now they just sit in the back and look purty. But I will indeed.
We breaking news, so I should keep this background. Okay.
Yeah. I will indeed be punishing that thing with a 12 gauge. So, shout out to Gideon Optics. I shared one of their things on Instagram today, and if you guys go in the description, you click on the link to Gideon Optics and use code GLOWIES, then you actually save 10% and you get free shipping. So, I don't even know if they're still in stock, but those Mini Valors are so fire. Yeah,
let me show you mine.
Yeah.
It's on my 43X.
Oh, nice. That's what's up. G23Z, Agarizi, all you guys. Hey, Kurt from the 74. Chris from the 740.
Like Kurt from?
Yeah, Kurt's from the 7. No, Chris from the 740 also has an excellent YouTube channel. Check his stuff out. He really puts in the work. Traveler, great to see you. All right, now I will remain silent. If you could, Flying Dark, Mr. Crumpy, you said you had some things to discuss.
Yeah, you like my Mini 30, my Flying Dark character.
The what?
My Mini 30.
Is that a Mini 30?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's the? Oh, I was going back in. Oh, nice. Hey, Walt.
Yeah, Mini 30. That's not at this home.
That's dope. That's fire. I love
another location.
Love the 75 round magazine because that's awesome. Shout out to Walt, man. I appreciate you, dude. He just placed an order with definitionknives.com. All the knives are available at definitionknives.com, and we are currently doing free shipping, so shipping costs $0 hairs.
Yeah, Walt's gonna have some breaking news in a month or two.
Yeah. What? Is there something Walt can't talk about?
Nothing Walt can't talk about.
Huh. Wonder what that
I got tons dude, I got so much leak shit right now.
All I gotta say is, Crump, I am so glad I left a bug in your office when I was there so I can hear all of these conversations.
You left one too?
Kurt, I haven't I haven't put the request in yet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But yeah, I got tons and tons of stuff I can't talk about right now.
Well, that's perfect for all of our viewers.
Within the next, the news is going to be coming fast and furious. You see what I did there?
Yes.
Over the next couple weeks.
Hey, I gave that back to you. If you carry 40 Smith & Wesson, according to Glock and DLD After Dark, you have to pay for shipping. Glock is discontinuing their 40s.
The Fortes?
Yeah, the 40 Smith & Wessons and their 357 SIGs. I mean, that's how you really know the caliber of your choice is dead. If the most prolific handgun in the United States and the world stops making it, that's crazy.
Well, all right, wait, 357 SIG special magazine?
Son of Murray, good to see you. No, they're 40 cal mags.
I wanted to show you something. There's a button at the bottom you hit. It like if anybody signs up with StreamYard, you'll get $25.
Oh, nice.
I hit the button.
Sweet. I actually would recommend, like, seriously, if anybody out there is going to be doing streaming, live streaming, or even if you want to do group chats like this, record them and then post them later, I honestly would recommend only StreamYard. There are other things that people use, but dude, StreamYard is where it's at. So that is dope. I've never
tried all different things. I always come back to StreamYard. But yeah, I did that and someone clicked my link and I got $25.
Nice. That's awesome. RIP problem solver, that Glock 40. Derek, actually, Fat Rooster, that's a perfect opportunity for you if you were to ever consider doing live streaming in the future. Anyway, please, Crumpy, now I'll be quiet.
There is a website that's selling police trade in high point C9s.
For what, like $79?
Are they giving them away?
Dude, I don't know. I'll find it again.
Dude, madam, man against the masses. Great to see you, our resident meme artist who has been taking some time off from the live stream, but it's great to see you.
No, I mean that's my breaking news.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on.
You know, I don't think he's being completely honest.
Hey, doggy, what's going on here?
No, I think they're $99.
But that's what you get them for new.
$99 for a bunch of different high point police trade-ins, or you can get the carbine for $179.
There's only one
carbine. 10 mil?
The 9 mil.
Yeah.
There's only one carbine I want right now.
What police department is using?
Oh, these are all evidence. There's no one is actually using these. And X to Grind says, John, Grant Cavalli was my martial arts instructor. I can attest to his martial arts skills as being legit.
His martial arts skills is not legit.
Shooting Gallery, brother, great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. It is officially dead. By the way, Shooting Gallery also has a dope YouTube channel, Rumble channel, and actually does live shows every Wednesday as well
on Rumble.
On Rumble, yep. Now you had said that there was some other news. What's going on in the news world?
Yeah. This might take a little bit of explaining, but there is back in 2019 that I've been working on this story since 2019, so it goes back a little ways, right? Back in 2019, through a ATF leak of source of mine, I was able to discover something called the NICS monitoring program. The NICS monitoring program is a program between the ATF and FBI. The ATF can request a NICS monitoring of Americans for a period of 30, 60, 90, or 120 days. So we know that. And usually NICS information is deleted after 24 hours. Now, the people that they are monitoring are not guilty of any crime and not suspected of a crime. They are suspected that they might commit a crime in the future, kind of
like future crime stuff, right?
Or because of who they are associating with.
Is it ever who they're purchasing a gun from? Like, could it be that maybe the FFL is a little shady, or is it just the purchasers that they're looking at?
No, it's just the purchasers. Recently, Government of America did a FOIA request. The FOIA came back and it showed that ATF agents for Chicago was doing monitoring requests to see who might be breaking California law, because you can buy a gun in another state if you live in California. So they were monitoring
a rifle, a long gun.
Yeah, a rifle.
Yeah, that's true.
So what they were doing is monitoring, seeing what, like, if they were buying guns that might fall afoul of California law. So it appears that they were monitoring the NICS list for people that might be violating California law. Now, the program was never supposed to be used by the states, and the states aren't allowed to use it. So this agent out of Chicago was using a end around by saying, I'm getting the information, I'm just passing it on, which is a big no-no. So
is this agent jobless now?
No, I don't know. But right now...
You don't know, or you can't say?
I honestly don't know.
Wait, Crump, did you ask that or say that somebody that did something like this should
No.
Yeah, I think they should be fired, but I don't know. I don't have any power. I wish I had power over that. But
I don't think. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut my gorgeous little mouth.
But I don't know. I don't know his name. The name was redacted.
Demo.
I don't know what the agent's name was.
Well, if there's any agent named Redacted, I think he should be fired.
Yeah,
I'm 100%. I just, for those out there watching that don't know, I'm gonna shut.
Can we write a book about all the shit that we're not telling?
One day we should.
No, you guys only know about 10% of.
Yeah, I believe it. I probably don't know 10%. Rich probably knows more than I do. Red Dawn Readiness, good to see you. Also, another excellent YouTube channel. Check him out. Great guy.
So that's been going on. This is some information. Rich, I told you this was going to happen. Dark, I don't know if I told you this was going to happen, but it is happening. Rand Paul has opened up a congressional investigation
on the ATF,
and the FBI using this.
On the FBI using the NICS.
Well, ATF using the FBI's NICS system.
ATF using the FBI NICS. ATF using the FBI NICS system.
Yeah, to monitor Americans who are guilty of no crime.
Now, are there like shipping containers full of 4473s outside of 244 Needy Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia, where they're scanning them in for optical character recognition software or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's probably done. Over 1 billion records been scanned. That was another. No, you know who discovered that? You know,
you're telling me that's done? You're telling me they were doing that?
Yeah.
Are you telling me right now on a live stream with 60 people in here that the ATF at 244 Needy Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia, had shipping containers of nearly 1 billion 4473s, and they were scanning them in and using OCR
billion records? It was more than just 4473s. It was also multiple gun hand purchase records and stuff.
Just curious. I mean, we know that, but I don't know if the viewers know that. I would actually guess that a lot of the viewers didn't know that. So if you've done a 4473 in your, I don't know, lifetime, you are in.
If the FFL went out of business.
Oh, so those were only the out of business records?
Yes, out of business records. I discovered. We can get into how I discovered that in a second if you want. But let's just finish up this. So Rand Paul is looking. I know the ATF with the new leadership, they have changed that program is now on a probationary status, which means it might go away. They changed some of the stuff about it. One, now it has to get up the director approval to use, and they can't use it against regular Americans. Only gun runners that are running guns, the cartel that they think. I still don't think it's right. I still think it should go away, but they did make some changes to that, and they're absolutely not sharing it with the states anymore, which is a good thing. But it still should be shut down.
But what if the cartel gun runners got their guns from the ATF?
That would be, you know, that reminds me. I was watching this movie about these cars.
Mm, that's right.
Racing.
Fast and Furious or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. No, but I was just that was just on the TV over here. Sorry, but no. So they're gonna look into it. So I believe that program will probably be shut down. Now, what you're talking about is the scanning the records. I found that when I was investigating Walmart shutting down a lot of their FFLs. Walmart shut down like 20% of FFL, which is a lot of records.
Super gay.
I was like, what are they doing with these records? So I found out they're shipping it to the out of business office. So I started tracking it. I was like, are they gonna what are they doing with it?
And that was when Dick's was doing it too, right? Dick's was shutting down their
and then they were hiring temporary employees, and I was reading the job description and it was like they're working at the ATF as a temporary employee and they will be scanning documents. Like,
oh snap.
I was like, that is very, very suspicious. So I developed a contact of like, they just, so I developed, I'm not going to say my methods, my tactics, my TTP tactics, techniques, and procedures, but I was able to get proof that they were
gay.
Yes. No, that they were scanning these documents.
Hey, shout out to all you guys placing orders through Definition Knives. Thank you so much. That supports me and Rich, and that supports Rich's dog's Mohawk as well. Tactical Muffin Top, good to see you. Man Against the Masses, yes, Rich's dog does indeed have a Mohawk. You might not be able to see it because of the green screen. It's a little opaque, but yes, his dog does indeed have a Mohawk, which is against the law in 12 states.
And they were like determining like what's the best way to scan these in from Walmart too, because I got leaked information from inside Walmart. I have contacts inside Walmart, which is weird, but whatever. But yeah, so that's what came in. Now there's a bill to make the ATF delete that stuff. Hopefully that will pass. You want some other breaking news?
Sure, keep it flowing.
Oh, wait, the Darks don't want to hear this.
Do what?
Do you know what reconciliation is?
Yeah, like reconciling. Like, I mean, it could be in a number
in Congress and congressional reconciliation.
Okay.
No. I know where this is going.
I know that. Like, can I give an example? Tell me if I'm on, in the same ballpark. So when I used to run businesses, we had to reconcile our books and we had to actually sit down with people that we were accountable to reconcile every single person on a roster, every single expenditure, every single thing that we basically opening up our books and reconciling everything that we didn't do, expensed, every person we hired. And it just basically opens up the books.
Kind of, sort of. But if yes.
No, you cut out, and now your machine is picking up the mic. Control Alt Delete. No, it sounds like the mic on your machine is picking it up. Break stuff, Crump. Reconcile that purty mouth.
Let me see if I can do something. Give me 1 second.
Crump is the Elon Musk.
I see what I did.
There you go. You're black.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I accidentally switched it to my earbuds. I don't have one.
It happens. It happens to me too.
I don't know what to do. Okay. So where was I? Reconciliation. It's kind of sort of, but no. Just think of it as a must-pass bill, right?
Yes, so and it's a real screwing when the party in control adds something to a reconciliation bill.
Yeah, because what's different about a reconciliation bill than a regular bill?
It doesn't need a supermajority to pass.
It doesn't need a simple majority.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Uh,
Oh my goodness.
Rep Burlinson is adding a repeal of, and this is a small step, but I mean, this has a great chance of actually being added. A repeal of the tax stamp fee.
Dude, that's huge.
So it's not getting rid of the NFA, but if you apply for a tax stamp, it's not going to cost you $200.
I mean, that honestly, like, we should be able to do SBRs, suppressor. Okay, let me stop. I don't think we should do any paperwork for anything, but at least in our current situation, we should be able to just literally do a 4473 for suppressors, SBRs, AOWs. I would personally, I think machine guns too, but that's a whole nother thing. Let me just jump into this real quick too. Integrity Firearms says somebody shot and killed my dog last Friday. He was a Shih Tzu. His name was Samson. People are evil.
I'm
dude,
sorry about that, dude.
What?
Integrity, man, that is.
I'm gonna I got nothing to say. DM me if you want to hear it.
Yeah, that's that would be a really difficult thing, because I know that Integrity is strapped, and as an SOT, he probably had a machine gun on his lap and riding around in the car. Oh man, I would have a really difficult time not doing anything. Yep. But here's the deal: the way that the way that dogs are seen is that they are not family members, they are not loved ones, and they are property, and that you cannot protect property with lethal force.
Depends on where you are.
Yeah, I don't know if there are states that allow you to. I know, like Texas, you can.
You can protect property with lethal force.
Yeah, in Texas, you can protect property with lethal force. I don't know of any other states aside from that.
You can even shoot the repo man. I'm not giving legal advice, though.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You can. Okay, that's difficult for my brain to.
I did not ever hear that before.
Yeah, that's difficult for my brain to reconcile. So you're saying that I could fall behind on a loan, I could have the repo man come out and come to my vehicle, and that I could, scream like "help" like Dave Chappelle and smoke him.
Last I heard, and again, not legal advice, consult an attorney.
Dang. Correction. I had sex with Katie. I'm just kidding.
What?
Lysol, Dave Chappelle. It's a long thing. You know what? I think only a handful of people in the chat would probably get that. Dude, the first season of Dave Chappelle is just so insane. Fat Rooster, thank you for the super duper chat. He says, Fat Rooster, $5 super chat. If a 4473 is done on a computer, all the form as a whole is shared. If done on a paper form, only limited information is required. FYI. Yeah, see, one of my local shops, up until very recently, they were doing paper forms, and then they went in and submitted that paper form to the VSP website, which is the Virginia State Police website. And I mean, it was basically background check, and then on a separate tab, it was firearm info that did not have the purchaser's info on it.
Yeah, but the difference is, if they're monitoring you, they will request that information.
Yeah, if they're monitoring an individual, they can get any info they want. They could literally drive by your house with cameras that can look through your walls. They are using GPR, ground penetrating radar cameras, to look through homes, and they can also use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to track you down as well, and your movement, your schedule. Then they can have an algorithm say that during between these time windows, this person is in this place of their home. I mean, it's crazy how just insane law enforcement and certain organizations.
Freeman, how they found the
Oh,
guns
dude.
is because they're like, well, we started monitoring his patterns, and he went to this one place that wasn't usual for his pattern. So,
when
can
he
we
dropped
talk
all
about
of
that
his
for a
guns in the
second?
canal.
If you're gonna be doing reckless stuff,
That's why I bury all the crap in the dog park, because
dude,
I go there on a regular basis.
I'm telling you, Rich, the ATF watches every show that we do.
they watch every show I do. I know that for a freaking fact.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like, oh, I believe that they do.
I know that we joke. Well,
have nothing
Rich
mean.
jokes, and Rich is also going to joke about the dang old solvent trap that he ordered that had a hole in it, so it doesn't even work. I know.
Yeah, I was getting mad about that.
Well, here's the thing. Rich thinks the hands-off order applies to him too, and I'm like, I don't know if it does.
Yeah, I would guess that it doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up. But I think we all need to be cautious. But for people out there, especially with what we saw with Freeman, a lot of people probably don't know that situation. If you're going to be doing illegal things, do not post them on the internet. I would say don't post anything on the internet at all. Especially not your felonies. But for some reason, okay, and I'm not saying Freeman, like with his situation that well, he wore a skimpy skirt, so he was asking for it. I'm just saying that the dude was posting illegal machine guns and tagging the DOJ, the ATF, and the White House in his Twitter posts. You shouldn't do that stuff. He'll go down in the records of the most illegal machine guns ever caught in the state of New York in the history of ever.
New York.
It was over 1,000 charges, right?
It was a lot. I don't know how many charges.
I think, if I recall correctly, I think it was over 1,000 charges, which is insanity. Insanity. Let's get to the AMA for. I'm sorry, I know we get sidetracked easily here.
I broke the news.
Are we done with breaking news? There's no more.
Ooh.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Ooh! No longer named Freeman? Oh, dude. Okay, I would never laugh at someone in that situation, but holy moly.
I feel bad for him, man. I mean,
dude, me too. That's
he did.
Terrible, man. Yeah, I don't think he did anything that was a crime, but unfortunately, it's that thing that we talk about. We have to acknowledge the world that we live in, right? And acknowledging the world that we live in is we believe that anyone should be able to own anything they want, any firearm they want, any machine gun that they want, any suppressor that they want, any whatever, right? Aircraft firearms. But unfortunately, our state and federal governments don't agree with us, so we have to fall within the lines, because acknowledging the world that we live in, you will lose your freedom, you will lose your family, you will lose every asset that you have, you'll lose way too much of your life, especially over BS.
Absolutely. So you can get to the Q&A.
Batting 1,000.
God, yeah, I couldn't. Nope. Not gonna touch it.
Who likes lawyers and dogs?
So thank you, Crump, for breaking that.
The first place you saw it was here on DLD After Dark. Over the next week or so, there's going to be holy crap! There's a lot coming down.
And who would even insinuate that the ATF is watching us? I don't understand that.
I was told. I was not about this channel. I was told they watch everything I do.
Yeah. That's
not a secret. That's not a secret. They watch they read everything. They watch everything.
I would assume that because of the proximity of us three. Okay, well, let's put it this way. How many YouTube friends did CRS have? A lot.
A lot.
Right? Yeah. And because of our proximity with CRS, they all watched us too, So now, granted, we would talk with him on a daily basis, FaceTime with him on a daily basis. Like we were in his life and in his world. I wonder how many recorded conversations and FaceTimes they have.
Can we
me
FOIA
and
them?
CRS. Oh, we can't FOIA. Oh, well, it's investigative.
Yeah, they're gonna law enforcement exception it.
That's whack. But still, I wonder. Yeah, I'm curious how many.
Well, yeah, CRS was at my house.
Yeah.
It was at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
he's
at my house.
by
We
himself.
did like a video, and I had to like put it with a joke because I was like, the ATS here, and like, oh my god, we came rid of ATF, and it was CRS.
I remember that one, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
people were like, I told you he was a Fed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, no, it's a joke, dude. It's obviously a joke.
Yeah, I know. I guess we can't make jokes like that. Like, if you look up DLD After Dark, one of the first thing that pops up is a short that Crump did, which is the truth about DLD After Dark, and it's like, yeah, DLD After Dark is a Fed, and then like that's it. It doesn't say like just kidding or anything like that.
Oh, when you look up DLD After Dark, it doesn't say not familiar?
No.
No?
No, what's really
But-
funny is
I haven't done that one hard enough, I guess.
I'm
please.
not a Fed, but I was the closest to being a Fed here,
That is true. That is true.
and no one believes that.
You know, it's funny. People will be like, "Rich is a Fed" or "Dark is a Fed," and then you're over here cashing checks. Yeah, I won't say. Contracted by a company who's contracted by a company who's. Anyway,
No, it's contracted by the company that's contracted by DHS, but as of tomorrow, that contract's over.
Oh, Crumpies. Moving on to greener pastures.
to Feder pastures. So,
Wait. Hold on. Wait, Crump, help me out here. When did the ATF call you on the phone?
Last week.
Sunday morning?
Yeah.
And now you're starting a new job?
I already had it lined up. It's not really. I'm doing a different. Yeah, I'm doing
Wait, Crump, when was the last time you talked to the ATF or communicated with them?
What time is it?
It's 11:41.
I have no idea. Sunday.
Eastern. Okay, Rich, when was the last time you?
I mean, like I have talked to my sources inside the ATF. Officially, have I talked to the ATF? No.
I haven't. I've never spoken with the ATF. Actually, I did speak with a well, I don't know. It was a detective when that guy I sold the gun to shot himself?
I remember when I was questioned by the FBI, and the ATF about something. This
Dude,
back in the-
Eric, IV88 got questioned by the FBI after the day after the 5th of January, because they were like, we know your viewers were saying stuff about. He's like, what? It's like, dude, I'm an SOT. He's like, I'm not. I literally didn't even have anything to do with anything. Like, but they came to his house, bro. That's crazy.
Well, when I was questioned by the authorities back in the day, this had nothing to do with guns. Nothing to do with guns, right? They came to the firehouse where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
I was a firefighter at the time, and they were questioned. And the question was, where were you what were you doing on this date at this time? And my answer was your mom.
Oh,
And he said, excuse me? I was doing your mom. And that ended like the whole conversation. Like, all right, we don't need anything more.
that's some Four Brothers type stuff. You know, in Four Brothers when they're all getting interrogated, and they all separately, individually say like, "Okay, all right, I'll tell you," and they're all like, "Yeah, like you better." And they're like, last Tuesday, 10 p.m. I was in your wife. And they all say that they were smashing their significant other. It's like, dude, that is just baller right there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I have no idea what they were. I still don't know. I mean, it wasn't just me that they were questioning a bunch of people.
Hey, facts. Kurt24 says, I noticed Crump also had the top 2 stories on Amaland today.
Well, probably 3. I probably have another one tomorrow. And
Oh,
Wait.
get it right.
Are there 3 initials?
what?
Like ATF, you know?
I mean, most of my stories involve the ATF.
Oh, okay.
That is true.
I mean,
Still
I did the
manufacturing
Richardson story today, which was kind of funny. I waited till he got until he forced him to resign before I released it.
Do you have like a
could've
camera
been a
in Marvin
dick and released it
Richardson's
before he got to work.
office?
What?
Did you see him packing his boxes or what?
No, I could have been a dick and
Called him.
and said, "Hey, look."
And called him? Yeah, that would be a dick move if we called somebody like that, wouldn't that?
Yeah, I didn't want to be a dick.
Like someone else on stream that's not me or Crump. Stifler Manufacturing, welcome. Also channel member. He says, fun fact, we almost chose the name Doc's Glocks instead of Stifler Manufacturing until we realized that Glock would sue us. I actually almost made a shirt. Actually, you know what? I have the logo up here. If you guys look up here, train your attention to the top right corner of the stream where the Kimlight logo is. I had this logo, and I almost put that on a shirt and sold it until I had a conversation with my pseudo legal department of the DLD franchise, and the individual said, "What, Crump?"
I said when I had a store and I made a parody Glock logo, they served me with a cease and desist. I said that this is parody. It's protected by free speech. They said we have a lot of money.
Yeah, we'll see you in court.
See you,
They
Clark.
don't play. That's
You-
why
like,
anytime
we
you
might-
look anywhere, it always says Glock is a trademark of Glock Inc. You know, they don't play, dude.
Say something like we might lose, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money to beat us.
You know, I know another company that operates that way. Anyway,
Airbreed?
no, someone a little bit different. Some kind of like state armory. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about because the C&Ds and stuff.
Oh no, this is someone that's like, all right, yeah, we'll take you to court and we'll drain you, and then when
I
you're-
know, but yeah, basically, like Glock told me, it was like, even though it's protected by free speech, I was like, I don't, it's not
yeah,
worth it to me. Now, I mean, I don't know. Now I'm to the point where I was like, oh, my wife will probably get upset, but now my wife, if it would happen today, be like, we're fighting it. My wife would be like, all right, whatever. My wife knows me now. This is why when I first got married, that happened.
I'm proud of your restraint, Crump. That's true. That must have been before the "Do you even know who I am?" essay side of Crump surfaced.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. I don't have that side. I don't ever throw my name around.
Yeah, no, it's just like sometimes when people try to come after you, you either choose to put 0% of yourself into it or 110% of yourself
But
into it.
I never use. Do you know who I am?
No, I know. It's
I will go after you. If
I
you
do.
piss
I
me
say,
off.
do you know who I am? I'm Crump's best friend.
No, I know. Like
That is
basically, like Ron Meyer. Ron Meyer was a local politician. Who I asked him some questions like, "Hey, it looks like you're supporting this gun stuff. Like, do you know? But you're supposed to be a conservative Republican. Is like, oh, but you want to give me a reason why, so I can tell my viewers?" And he said,
Your mom's
like,
boxed?
No. He said, what? You have like 3 followers online.
don't do that. Don't do that.
And I said, okay, thank you. And then like a week later, he was like, can you please retract this? I'll give you a conversation. Like, no, too late. And then he got primaried.
Dude, that is how you say you never underestimate your enemy. That's a famous Sun Tzu quote from The Art of War. But somebody would probably look at channels like mine, for an example. I have a small channel. I have just under 5,100 subscribers now. Yes, it's taken me 3.5 months to gain 100 followers.
What?
Yeah. Thank you for that. And you got the button right on the first time. That's incredible. Yeah.
Who's going for the applause button?
Do you have a shorter applause button? Oh, there you go. That's nice. That was good. So yeah, I mean, look, I have a small channel, but I promise you, my viewers would love nothing more than to prove to somebody that they are down to do stuff on the internet and embarrass people. Yeah, like for an example, a certain type of scout survival. If you go into his chat and you type the 3 letters DLD together, you are gone, buddy. Gone. Doesn't matter. Test the theory. Kurt24 said, ha, he FA and FO. That's what it's like. If you jump in at somebody's little channel like mine, right? You know, little, 51.
Do you know this background?
Channel. I do, actually. That is Black Scout Survival's background.
Would you just go around screenshotting everyone's background?
Yes. And if he can't screenshot it, he will recreate it. Crowd raiser!
That was great.
Tech Money, good to see you.
I don't think I laughed so hard on a show ever than the Crowd Raiser episode.
I'll test it too. Stalker. LOL. I'm telling you, dude, just like, okay, I'm not trying to deuce on anyone, but there was a company that had sent me some ammo and I was shouting them out constantly. And, I told them, I was like, hey, if you want to send 1,000 rounds of 9mm, that'd be awesome. Which is like 200 at the time, 230 bucks. And they instead sent me like $1,000 worth. Well, not really. They sent me a huge shipment of only very, very, very high quality self-defense ammo. And I was like, hey, thank you so much for the self-defense ammo, but really I just need ammo to run at the range. And they were like, hey, well, just take it, just keep it, just do your thing, just shout us out. So anytime that I posted on social media where I was shooting, I was tagging them, I was putting them out, thank you to the ammo sponsor of DLD After Dark. And even though I was running my ammo, I was putting them in everything. I was putting them in every live stream. I was shouting them out in every live stream.
I remember.
And they hit me up like, hey dude, what's the deal? Are you gonna make some content? I was like, well, I am. I'm putting you. I'm tagging you in every video on IG. I'm putting you as the ammo sponsor. I've put you in every single live stream. And they're like, yeah, but there's no video. It's like, well, there is. Rich. I was like, well, there is it, but it's not. I didn't make like a video of your one product. I did what I said that I was going to do. So I said, okay, let's do this. All of my viewers that are in live streams with us, go over to this page and be like, at DLD After Dark sent me here. And I mean, hundreds of people went over the course of several live streams, went over to that. They're getting viewers, they're getting, followers, they're getting comments, they're getting likes. I was like, hit them with a like bomb. And like 2 months later, they sent me an email like, dear DLD After Dark, we were still wondering when we're going to see a video. Dude, I ran over this like response like this big and with Rich, and I was like, look, okay, not only have I literally not fired one singular round of that ammo you sent me, I'll send it back right now. I'll pay shipping. I don't want it. I've put you in everything where I've been shooting. I've put you as the ammo sponsor, even though I've been firing my own ammunition. I've put you in every live stream. They're still in the description of this live stream here. I've put you in hundreds and hundreds of live streams. I've gotten you hundreds of viewers. I've gotten and followers and comments and all that. And if you paid attention to your Instagram, you would see that those people are coming over saying, at DLD After Dark sent me, at DLD. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to be an a-hole, okay? I'm trying to work with you, be reasonable with you. A, I never want anything from you ever again. B, I will gladly send this stuff back to you.
It wasn't an ammo company.
It was not an ammo company, which is the
but
weird
look,
thing.
We all run on ammo. That's the battery in our flashlight. We run on ammo.
The range, beautifully said. Holy cow, they sound dumb.
I don't. So there's it's funny, there's a disconnect, and so I'll make fun of Dark because I have on my lesser channel twice as many subs as him and nearly 5 times as many subs on my other channel.
You just love saying that.
And yeah, I do. I'm gonna admit it, I do. But Dark's presence in his audience engagement is many times more valuable than the sub count on my channels. He reaches an engaged audience much better than I do. So an advertiser might look and say, well, I've got 25K, I've got 12K on these channels. I'll throw my money at FlyngRich, whereas they'd be better off spending it with DLD After Dark.
Spending money with DLD After Dark?
Well, that
you mean
advertising
like
dollars. The advertising on Dark's channel is much more valuable than the advertising on my channels.
Yeah.
And
so
it's not because advertisers think subscriber count
equals
means
value.
Something.
Yeah.
It's watch minutes and the engagement that the people have.
But they don't know enough. They don't know enough to look that deeply into it. They look at a channel and the subscribers, and that's it. They don't even look at the most recent content. And Red Dawn Readiness, I do agree. He says it's stupid, but videos do last forever, though. I get it. Companies want videos. So I agree. Now, in the beginning, before anything was exchanged, I had said, now, just so you know, I do a...
Was that
Sorry.
a freaking rooster?
No, that I startled the dog.
Are you choking your chicken below the
No,
screen?
The dog, she's got this weird thing. If she doesn't see you go to like scratch her head, she'll flip out.
She thinks she's
Are you
done.
from CNN?
Are you tubing? I literally thought Crump hit a sound effect or something.
Who got a chicken?
So in advance, before anything exchanged, I was like, hey, just so you know, I don't usually do hard video uploads. I do live streams, and I post to Instagram, and I do shorts, and I will put you in those 3 things. Like, it was an agreed upon thing in advance. But I also, to be fair, I also asked for 1,000 rounds of 9mm for $230, and that was only because they pushed the issue, bro. And to all the people that are not saying anything, they absolutely know who the company is. And I'm not trying to deuce on them, I'm just saying. But like, okay, so dude, oh my goodness.
If she doesn't see your hand, she gets a little...
Dang, I would not be able to deal with that. So Putang, for an example, Putang, Jordan, Gideon, they send me red dots, and they know that I am rocking a Gideon shirt right here. I don't believe that me wearing a Gideon shirt is necessarily going to get them sales or anything like that, but we always highlight Gideon optics in every single live stream. We all, they're good. Before even before the whole product thing, they are like actual real life friends of ours. Goombeam, right? Goombeam knows that I'm not going to make a comparison video and put it in dry ice and freeze it and all that, but he knows that I'm going to shout them out on every single live stream that I do, and I'm going to put them in Instagram and shorts and all that. And just so y'all know, there has been some months that Code Dark was #1 on all of Goombeam affiliates, and there have been some months that Code Glowies was #1 on all affiliates of Gideon Optics. So shout out to the viewers for y'all, being hardcore, awesome.
No, I have mad respect for your audience. I really do.
That's all them. It's honestly, you know what? All the glory goes to God. My apologies. Yeah.
Can I say one more thing before we go?
Yeah, show me it all.
Mine's fine.
No.
Do you want to see the arterial?
It's right here. Oh, look. This is what's circulating Congress. This is kind of cool. I didn't even notice it. Like, I was like, oh, I got this. I didn't hear it. And I looked. And
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Puting says we only continue to interact with Dark because we're used to disappointment. It's a sadist type thing. Dang, Puting. Oh,
this
that's
is
great.
strictly around Congress. And then somebody pointed out, like, hey, there's a your video's on there. I was like, my video?
Oh my gosh.
So at the bottom, I don't think you can see it, but right here it says, breaking, did the ATF break the law again? John Crump News. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what?
Dang.
Was that when they got the receiver, when Doodlebug got the receiver?
Yeah. But I never noticed it. I was like, oh, this is somebody gave this to me. Look at this. And then I realized somebody pointed out that my video is talking about.
Sorry, I'm reading chat here.
Yeah, Putang sends me shit all the time. Like, it was really funny. Like with the Valor Mini, I was ordering it, then I got a FedEx notification that somebody sent me a package.
Dude, I just had one show up, Mini Valor, which is probably, honestly, I'm going to keep it real. Gideon Optics, it is probably one of their best looking, best made red dot optics that I've seen. I love the Mediator. I love the all. And okay, I'm sorry, we got to get back to Definition Knives. Ask me anything. Come up with your questions right now. But
yeah.
I'm gonna roll out. So you guys
cool.
have a good night, and
thank you for coming on, man.
I
Appreciate
definitely they got a really cool one called The Journalist, named after some jackass out there, so you can buy that one.
Named after one of the dopest investigative journalists on the planet. Oh dang it, that's a bird shot. Hold on. Hey, look at this. This is journalist number 001 right here.
Oh wait, is that the unlasered journalist? Oh yeah.
This is the butt naked journalist. We should do a V2.0 called the butt naked journalist. The Mini Valor is probably one of the best looking, dopest RMSC cut red dots that y'all got, hands down.
It definitely 100%.
And Putang, send me a text and let me know. I have some stickers I want to send to you. Text me an address to send it to.
Oh, relax.
Yeah, I want to send them. Are you sending them something? Because I'm gonna send all the guys up there something.
Yeah. We'll touch. Touch.
If you want, I can just stick it in when I ship it off.
Yeah. Just.
But I can wait.
I didn't know what address to send it to, because one of them I have the Newcastle address, one of them I have a PO box address, and I was like, dude, I don't know which one to send it to, and I don't want to send anything that is not actually gonna. No, see that here's the issue, Putang. We're going to send it. It's just a question of if it will actually get to you or not, based on the address that you send. So yeah, we need to have an address to send stuff to. Actually, Kurt, do me a favor, Kurt, shoot me the address that you sent the things to, because Putang doesn't want to play ball. So
I have the address too.
You have it too? Okay, done. Never mind, Putang, don't worry about it. I got it. And I know you don't want oh, hold on. Let me go back. Where is he? Kurt 24. Putang, best way is just send money to
I'll text
the
someone. Need chicken farmers and stimulate shipping info. Okay, I'll get it.
Receiving department is closed. Yeah,
you got
dude.
something for them. Ship it. They won't give you an address.
We got.
They do what Dark used to do. They give people my address for some reason.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Effing weird.
Yeah.
Oh, so Dark
would
your
get like 8 packages a day to my house.
And on Dark's answering service, because when people want to get to Dark, they message me.
They do.
Dark, they use it very sparingly. Dark, I would get like every day. There'd be more and more packages.
Yeah, but it was only for a short period of time, though. I actually did. Look, UPS tried to jerk me hardcore for my PO box. They tried to say for me not renewing it for like a long time that I had to pay for the time that I didn't renew it. And I was like, well, you could have given it to someone else or allowed someone else to get it. And they're like, well, we didn't. I was like, well, you gave me a cutoff of a date and I didn't renew it by that date. And now I'm coming in a year later to get another PO box. You're saying that I got to pay for something that I didn't renew or use? You gave me the cutoff, bro. Come on. Anyway, yeah, sorry. It's kind of ridiculous. But so I was like, okay, so you're telling me. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Kurt24. So I was like, dude, all right. So you're telling me if I was just some random person on the street, if I just walked in here and said, hey, I'd like to get a PO box, that I could just get it and not have to worry about the 6 months or a year or whatever that I didn't pay. And they were like, yeah. I said, okay, I'd like to open up a PO box. Do you have a preference of which box? Yes, box 186, please. And I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't gonna. They were asking for like $600, dude.
What?
I was like, y'all are drunk. They may have actually been drunk too. So, happy Fred Donegan Day. Hold on, is it?
Is it? Fred
Oh, it's his birthday.
Is it? It's Friday. It's Fred Dawn's birthday for 4 minutes.
Friday is Fred Donegan. Hey, nice. Thank you. Hey, that's the same address. That's awesome. Thank you. Kurt24 and Puting, bro. Appreciate y'all. Happy birthday, Frederick Donegan. Fluffy Bunny, great to see you, bro.
FBA. We'll see him at GOA Goals, I hope.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, happy birthday, man. Thank you.
So at
Oh, he didn't stream.
No, you didn't.
I didn't stream.
No, you didn't.
I'm just joking.
I totally believed it. You've done it 20 times, but have only said that you did it twice.
All right, well, I'm out of here, guys. I'm not gonna hit in stream.
All right, yeah. The leave studio button is the one that you're gonna want to use.
No, I'm gonna hit the X.
I don't trust that. Just click leave studio. Just that's the actual button you're supposed to use. I could, if you want, I could help you with it. Oh man. Oh, you know what? So I forgot. This is a great point. If anyone out there is trying to get into streaming, or if you want to record and stream, record it like a group conversation like this and then upload it, StreamYard is a great way. Honestly, I think the best way to do it. And that is a referral link that I will actually get monies for, which I was just made aware of today. It's been there for forever and I had no idea. So there you go. For anyone that's interested in getting into streaming, there you go. Let's see. I wanted to see here a couple things. So I want to go back a little bit. Obviously, happy birthday, Red Dawn. We appreciate you, bro. All jokes aside, the whole Frederick Donegan joke. Red Dawn is a good friend of ours, good friend of mine personally. I would say is a real human being friend in the real world. IRL, as the kids like to say it. And I appreciate you, bro. So everyone go drop a comment, something on some of his content, just saying happy birthday. But look, we want to answer some questions about definition knives. We want to at least throw it out there.
I'll prime the pump on the definition knives questions. So
don't ever say prime the pump again. That just puts a terrible image in my head. But please go on.
Okay. Launch 2. When is that coming out, and how is the release going to be handled?
So, okay. For the people out there that some people had asked some questions regarding definition knives as a whole, and they don't kind of understand the launches. So I think that's a good place to start. And then I'll answer that question by explaining this. So the thing with definition knives, I have people reach out and they're like, yo, why did you start a knife company and only, why do you only sell 5 knives? So the way that this is working is definition knives is basically a year old, right? And when it takes 6 months to develop and test the knives and all that, and then it takes 6 months to get the knives and sell the knives, a year goes by pretty darn quick. But Definition Knives was created initially from just me at first. I was looking through to purchase some specific Benchmade knives, and I was looking at some of these knives, and they were like $179, $239. Some like the Bedlam and some of those were like $359, and then when they were discontinued, they're selling for $700 to $1,000. It was just insane. So I was like, you know what? Finding out that honestly, a lot of these Benchmade knives are made with globally sourced parts from other countries. I was like, what'd be the difference if we went and got some knives that we want to our spec? Hey, I got a StreamYard referral sign up. Nice. Thank you for whoever signed up. That's awesome. What if we just made these knives ourselves, and we just kept our standards super high on what we would accept for the quality of the knives and materials and, QC and QA and all that. So initially it was like, let's do a run of like 10 and just keep them for the homies. And then, we'll sell a few on DLD hardware or whatever.
When you said 10 for the homies, meaning quantity 10.
Like literally 10 individual knives. And then just all of us, having one knife. And if there were a few left over, maybe sell them on DLD hardware. And then it was like, well, what if we did 20? What would the pricing be for 20? And then obviously the price per unit decreases the higher you go. And it was like, well, what if we got 50? What if we did 100 I'm talking like of one knife, right? And then it was like, what if we did 250 knives? And then from there it was just over. Rich and I were talking, and it was like Definition Knives cured my diabetes. And it was like, hey Gort, good to see you, brother. Chenamemba. And it was like, dude, we could make this like an actual business, and these knives that we want to make, that we don't want to go spend $200 and $300 on for a basic freaking pocket knife, which is absurd. We could not only sell them at well under $100, but also we get the knives that we want too. So that's how a lot of these knives came into existence. But finding the manufacturer and finding the right manufacturer that wasn't going to make gas station quality knives. If you could, Rich, look through for any other questions that come through. Definition Knives has been known to convert liberals to moderates. You know what? I because we're heavily 2A and Christian influenced. I will say that. I actually had to take the worship music that I used off of the Instagram reel and put other music on there, because I was like, people aren't going to get it. Anyway, so then we started, working on stuff like this. This is the Copilot blue hardware, just like some of those, popular knives that we were looking at. Carbon fiber scales, just really, really nice D2 steel, 8CR13 MOV steel. In the future, we have some 154 CM steel coming out. We have I don't know. We may do like super steels in the future, but it depends. We'll see. And then as we started doing this, as we're naming them, we're like, we want to do something that's, like using the naming of knives as an opportunity to like honor people in the community that are moving the 2A ball, down the field. So that's kind of how we came up with, all right, let's do one for one for John Crump. Let's do one for the Tactical Turkeys. Let's do one for FlyngRich, and so on and so on. Yes. So actually, launch 3, which I'm going to get to the launches in a second. Launch 3 is going to be a lot of fixed blades, if not probably nearly all fixed blades, but we're working on that now. We're actually working on a bunch of stuff that we're not ready to share just yet.
So one of the issues that we've been hitting is, communication with China lead times. It's things that we thought were legit. The new packaging we agreed on 6 months ago,
No, we agreed in October.
which
October,
is
November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months ago.
7 months ago. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that for more than a month now.
Yeah, and we were saying 6 months ago in like February.
So it takes so one of the things that I've said about starting the knife company is
Yes, Putin.
there were hundreds of places where you said, F this, I'm done.
Oh yeah, we were so close every step of the way. Even now, I'm frustrated by a lot of stuff.
There's so it's amazing. Like, you have a great product that everybody likes,
Yeah,
and just trying to get that into people's hands.
yeah.
So it's like you developed it, you designed it, you it's like,
Tested
okay,
it.
yeah, it's like, send it to me, send me more, send me. It's like, oh, okay, this, because of that we can get this shipment. It's like,
And then with introducing tariffs and all the new craziness into it, it's insane. Tech Money Copilots are now in stock, so everyone keep a lookout. Copilots were the first one to sell out, by the way. They're gorgeous knives, not only in the design of like the scales with the blue hardware and all that, but just the blade itself. It's got that bayonet swedge in the back right there. It's super thin compared to our other models. Very strong, but super thin and narrow. I actually held it next to my brother's Benchmade bug out, and I was like, kind of looks a little similar. But anyway, what we wanted to do was, so we can't afford to just add 250 knives to our catalog, right? That'd be crazy.
So there's what we call MOQ, minimum order quantity, that you have to purchase for each design.
Mm-hmm. And to keep it kind of scalable, to make it so we could afford doing this, but also make it to where it makes sense as a business, and to kind of keep it going, we said let's do launches. So the first launch was 5 knives, and that was the Copilot, which is the one that we just showed you right here. Launch 1 is all available definition knives if you want to get a closer pick. Copilot is named in honor of FlyngRich. The Journalist, which was actually the first knife that we named in honor of John Crump, who's a great investigative journalist. The Birdshot, which was named in honor of the Tactical Turkeys. And then also, man, that looks similar to a Boyd, but that's from Launch 2. I can't show that one. Dude, I just had a Boyd right here. Well, here's the DK1. So this is the DK1. It's similar to the Boyd, but the Boyd is OD green with satin hardware as opposed to the black and blue. And the DK1 is the DLD knife, and then the Boyd is one that I wanted to name one in honor of my father who passed last year. And honestly, that's probably a big reason why I continue doing this too, because I want to do something to continue to make my father proud as time goes on too. But so we wanted to do we're gonna keep doing launches. Like, some people ask, like, hold on, so love that fat bellies. Wait, that didn't come out right. yeah, I know sometimes knife talk comes out weird. But so launch 1 is just 5 knives, and a couple people have been like, dude, why how are you a knife company and you're only selling 5 knives? Well, that was just launch 1. So now launch 2 is going to be an additional 7 knives. So now launch 1 will remain available. Okay, it will be for sale forever. And launch 2, we're going to introduce 7 additional knives. And then for launch 3, we'll introduce another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many knives we choose. And honestly, frankly, what we can afford. And launch 2 is going to be a little bit different because instead of just dropping the whole launch and being like, all right, here you go, guys, pick whatever you want. We weren't able to get all of them at once because of cost, because of tariffs, because of everything going on over there. So we're actually going to have to do like trickling to you guys like, hey, here's a new knife from launch 2. This is available. And then that'll be out for a week or two or whatever. And then we'll have another one. Boom. Second knife from launch 2. Boom. It's available. And it'll be, based off of, whoever we choose to name it off of to honor them. Some things to keep an eye on. I'm not sure of all who is out there right now. Hey, Corn Pop. Good to see you. A lot of people are talking about what's going on with the GOA thing right now. With Eric, so to stay on track, sorry, keep a lookout this launch 2, because we're going to be naming knives after a particular saint out there. Maybe some of you guys know Gideon Optics and JSD and Senor Bob and Mr. Jordan. There may be a knife coming out named after them. There may also be a knife coming out named after, I don't know, should we start talking about this yet, or
yeah, we can talk about it.
I'll say this. Okay, so this actually has come up. Dark, you have to teach a class on how to flip a definition knife the way you do. I damn near sliced my ish trying to be cool and flip it out. Okay, so I actually was going to do a video on how to open a knife from Definition Knives, but I was like, no, that's whack. Like, no one's going to watch that, right? But so you can just use the thumb stud and flick it open, but there is another way to open it where you pull down the roller lock or the crossbar lock, and then as you pull it down, you see how it kind of starts to open there. You swing it open and then let go.
All right, mine's not doing it that way, but
you let go of the lock like this. Actually, I literally hand QC every single one before it goes out, and if it can't open and close like this 20 times after checking all the hardware and everything like that, then it doesn't go out. And then those are the ones I send to Rich. I'm just kidding. JK. But yeah, every single one is super smooth. You definitely didn't just see that one that I held up right there. And literally just gravity in itself, with a little help, can open and close like that. Remember, the more knives we buy, the more runs we get. Show some love to DK. 100%. The more, and not to push anyone, like, only purchase knives if you're able to, but with Definition Knives, the more that we get support, the more that people purchase knives, the more knives we are able to come out with in the future. And if y'all could see the types of stuff that we're coming out with, you guys are going to want more and more launches, especially with the definition drop we got coming out.
Yeah, and basically whatever profit we made. So we've got whatever profit we made on the first launch, we rolled into the second launch.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We haven't taken $1 out of the company.
That's what I was going to say, Rich. How much have you gotten paid from Definition Knives? How much money have I taken from Definition Knives? It's literally man, that's so crazy to say out loud. If anybody in the world sat down and did a business, like pro forma with us and was like, all right, so tell me about your profit margin. Tell me about, we've taken zero monies out of it. But I mean, there's a reason, right? So we can make launch 2 bigger than launch 1, because launch 1 we had 5 knives, launch 2 we have 7 knives, plus a definition drop, which is going to be 3 variations, at least 3 of one knife, maybe 4 variations.
So we're actually planning the definition drops way into the future.
Eric is mega based, a true man of honoring, unafraid to speak the uncomfortable truth. I totally agree. That's a whole, okay. So how about this? We'll have another conversation on the channel about that, because it's something that literally just proves that you can't talk about that. If you do talk about that, they're going to make a call and shut you down. And I think there's a big difference between being able to acknowledge the truth about things versus having hate and disdain for someone. Like no one hates a particular religion. No one hates a particular nationality. No one hates, like, there is no hate for that. I personally would say that I don't have any hate in my heart for any person or type of person or anything like that, right? And I'd say, I'd give my faith, the reason is my faith. I think, because I used to hold a lot of hate in my heart, but it's scary that nowadays you can't say anything bad about, like, whether it's the banks or the media or Hollywood or the internet or the whatever. And then when someone says something, it's like, oh, cancel them, topple everything down on them because they said words that we don't like. That shouldn't matter. I'm a 2A and 1A absolutist. Except if you say that. I'm just saying. Anyway, sorry. Let's get back to definition knives after we just lost 16% of our never mind. Let me shut up. So yeah, go ahead, Rich. You got it.
So the drop, or the whole idea of definition knives, and hopefully we don't get hit badly with any kind of tariffs or anything like that. That all of this
we have
stuff
already. Just to add, I'm sorry not to cut you off. We have had an increase in product. We've had an increase in shipping and an increase in what's it called when you're importing stuff into the customs insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just wanted to add that in there. So we have not increased the price of anything. We've actually removed the cost of shipping from our website, and we've not passed those increases on to you guys, which is probably why we're not making any money off of the company yet.
So hopefully things get worked out between Trump and China and all that bit, and we don't get screwed further. The whole idea is that the knives are under $100, that they're high quality, that they're affordable, and maybe we should be charging $200 or $300 for the knives, because right now we're making no money. But the whole idea is, let's get a quality product out there. Let's get the name known. Let's get the recognition. And we're planning some drops, and the drop is going to be a knife. It's probably going to be over $100. They're probably going to be somewhere between $100 and $200. They're going to be a limited run. There's going to be 500, and when they're sold, there's no more. Yeah. They're never going to exist again.
And they will be serialized, and it'll say, number 123 of 500. And once I get murdered by the federal government, then you guys can use them as collectibles.
So that we've got 2 knives really pinned down. We got a plan for a 3rd knife that we're going to be doing as a drop, and these are going to be special.
And the more runs of these knives, the higher the probability one will end up in an evidence photo. Exactly. You guys get what I'm saying. Yes, they do steal them. Somebody mentioned something, actually. Okay, Dark Yeti, teach a class. We did 3 dots at the same time this week, and it was a lot of doing maneuvering. You're right. Yeah, dude, it's a lot, dude. When we dropped all 5 at once. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate you. Someone asked, TSA's wet dream, is there a monthly subscription I can pay for that if my DK gets stuck up my prison wallet? The Dark removes it by hand, roughly. There was another question about is there like a limited like replacement or something like that? I can't find it, but You go ahead and answer that if you'd like.
So yeah, if your knife ever gets broken or anything, we will fix it. Except Kurt 24, you gotta wait.
Or replace it.
Yeah, we'll fix or replace it for the life of the knife. And the other thing is, if you use it and you're not a bad guy, and the cops take it away from you, but not the TSA,
yeah,
we'll replace the knife.
Yeah, I guess we could say, because this is written up somewhere, and for a while I was actually printing it and putting it into the packages, but we all know what happens to packing slips and information you put in the stuff. They just literally just throw it away. If any law enforcement organization at all procures your knife, and it's one of our blades from Definition Knives, then we will replace or we'll I guess we couldn't repair. We'll replace it and we'll send a new one out to you, but you got to reach out to us and let us know. If the TSA takes your knife, then you have to give us a call, and we'll put you on speakerphone on a live stream, and we'll all make fun of you and laugh at you.
I've given the TSA at least 2 knives, not DK knives. Oh,
that was good. We'll all laugh at you and say that's why we don't take knives onto airplanes. There might be in the future some airplane tools that we'll be able to make that would be great for bringing onto airplanes. Maybe I should. Airplane tools. We'll keep it like that. If your knife is broken or snapped, the only thing that is literally written in the document is you can't be batoning with the knife. You can kind of baton with it, just don't be an idiot. You can't be, as long as you're not doing fixed blade stuff with the folder, and as long as you're not like modifying, doing crazy stuff. Like if you send the knife back and you've basically done like like the first gun guys that get their first gun that start like modifying it, and they just like totally destroy it. Just don't go crazy. If someone like Dark Water, for an example, Dark Water, awesome knife guy, this guy is a beast. If he took his blade from Definition Knives and like put some jimping in the back or something like that, like if in the future there's a knife that has like jimping on it or something like that, hey, I'm just saying, I probably shouldn't. If you do some jimping or something like that, as long as you're not an idiot and you don't destroy the knife, we're just going to replace it. Nearly zero questions asked. If your knife is taken from you, nearly lock in on this. We're going to talk about this in a second too. Nearly zero questions asked. If it's taken from you by law enforcement, nearly zero questions asked. We do actually say that you have to send the police report, but we just say that just for liability reasons. But yeah, as long as you're not like out stabbing someone and they take the knife from you and you're out on bail asking for a new knife. Yes to both. Go ahead. I think, did you have something?
No, I think that's where I ran out of steam.
I'm going to grab something real quick.
So I get to talk to you guys. My dog, I don't know what happened. So Chelsea has been in my lap. She came into my office. She's got bad knees on the back end of her. And I think she jumped off my bed to get here. And she's been like in my lap panting, and I'm trying to keep her calm. And sometimes when I touch her, she gets startled. But she's got a heart issue among other issues, and she's on meds. So I'm trying to, whenever she's panting for no reason, I get worried.
Was that her that just made that noise?
Yeah, I startled her.
Put dog stairs by bed.
So that's the whole thing. We had She likes being on the bed in the master bedroom, and she would just walk down and pee. And so, I mean, I put pads wherever I could, and she would walk past the pad and pee on the carpet. So she got her stair privilege taken away.
Oh my goodness! What are you just being like brutally like?
No. I just like usually I can touch her hind here, like rub her thigh, and she'll be okay.
That sounds so dirty. I'm gonna clip just that. Usually I can touch her hind and just rub her thigh, but she's usually okay. I cannot wait.
I mean, that's what I do in every interview.
Of course. Yeah, tubing. You got to be tubing. So I'm going to do a video on these actually probably tomorrow. I've been looking at the
trauma
shears. Exactly. I've been looking at the Leatherman Raptor folding trauma shears for a while now, and the thing that I can't bring myself to do is spend $100 to $120 on a pair of folding trauma shears. The SOG folding trauma shears are awesome, but again, they're even more expensive than the Leatherman, which doesn't really make sense because Leatherman is like the brand. Hey, shout out to the person that just placed an order through Definition Knives. That's 3 orders we've gotten tonight. 3 orders. I'll be able to buy lunch tomorrow. So this is a pair of knockoff Leatherman Raptors. I mean, this is a pair of knockoff folding shears. So first off, you'll notice that they do have a steel lanyard loop in there that is actually inside the polymer. And then you also have a glass breaker right there. I do keep the steel punch that's like it's made for marking steel when you're measuring and stuff, but they're great window breakers.
The automatic.
And it's just spring loaded. You can adjust it, screw it, back or forward. Where is everybody? It's 30 people in here. This is crazy. But these are the folding trauma shears, and they have the glass breaker on there. These basically open up like this, and then just give it a press to make sure that the lock, which is right there, which is actually a solid steel lock that goes through both sides. And it does have very, very nice, sharp, serrated. I mean, I've cut through everything you could think of on this thing, and they're solid. Vape trash, and you can see it's got that nice serrated, like for cutting through like denim, very, very tight fibers. These are awesome. It's got the jewelry snipper on it right there. And I've literally stuck like hardened wood through there and like snipped it. You can it's supposed to be a tool that you can use to snip rings off of someone's fingers. I would not trust this to snip through a ring on someone's hand that is like swollen up or injured. Leave that to higher care. I wouldn't do that. But if it's like a bracelet or if it's a necklace or something like that, you can, I mean, with ease, this would just chew through anything. It's on the back right there. It's almost like a wire cutter. And then the force of this closing on it just pops that thing out of there. If I have, actually, I got something I could use. Hang on. Actually, no, I may need to use that washer. Hang on. So I'll do something like, here, I got a wooden Q-tip thing I could use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually test these and basically test them to recreate. I mean, this thing snips. That's like a lighter, almost like balsa wood, right? But I mean, it snips right through it. Cut the finger, not the ring, Zanti. Silly. The other cool thing is that they do have a centimeter ruler on there. If you're into centimeters, that's cool. If you don't know the conversion, you're screwed. It has a Kydex rig that you can actually carry it in, but that's stupid. Don't do that. It's also got a really, really nice pocket clip on it. But then also, it's got this bad boy, that rope cutter right there. Open that up, and you could just cut through rope like nothing. I wish that had a secondary lock on it. It only has another steel post that it backs up on, so you can only, you know, have force going that way. And then basically fold it up. When you open it up, bing bong boom, and then bam, you got the shears, pocket clip, glass breaker, centimeter measurer. Oh, and this is actually kind of cool. This is a screw for oxygen tanks. So if, like, you know, you are actually an EMT or somebody that may need to, you know, actually adjust oxygen tanks out in the field, that's kind of cool. I mean, I would have put something else in there, but it is what it is. But the fact that they fold, look, how many of you guys had watched a Garantham video or something, and all these dudes are running slick plate carriers with a, you know, $7 pair of NAR shears in there? I'm like, why is that the one thing you selected to put in your slick carrier? Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. I would much rather have fold up shears that have proven themselves to be strong and reputable, and you know, put this in you know, somewhere else in your gear using the pocket clip, or I'll get the Kydex thing. Hang on.
So, did we mention Definition Knives has free shipping? That's right. The Copilot is in stock and shipping is free.
And they actually had not been in stock for like 6 months. So now is the time to get them, because I'm sure they're going to sell out again just like they did before. So this is the Kydex that comes with it. Now, the cool thing is this Kydex. So we'll fold these back up, okay? And I'll tell you why I'm sharing all this with you guys. A, I'm going to do a video on them tomorrow. B, Definition Knives would love to do some type of folding trauma shear that's even higher quality, because this is the knockoff. Instead of $100 to $120 for a pair of or more for a pair of folding trauma shears, I don't know, maybe we could do some in higher quality that also have, like, you know, other multi-tools on it or something. So this is the Kydex, which you can clip it in there just like that. It could actually go on your gun belt if you wanted to, if you're into that kind of thing. But let's say you needed to take them out, open them up, and use them, and you needed to use both your hands right away. You can put it in there folded, or you can put it in there open. It's kind of cool. I'm just saying, because you can use the sheath open, or you can fold this bad boy up and then bam, put it in there like that. So that is kind of cool, but honestly, I'm not going to use the Kydex. Instead of spending, you know, $100 or more on the Leatherman Raptors, or 120, 150, however much the SOG ones are now, these were on a company that I canceled Amazon Prime like 2.5, 3 years ago, but I still order from Amazon here and there, and these were like $31. So I'm giving these a try. I'll absolutely not appendix carry these, but I will have them on me or in my bag. And it's a really good piece of kit for $31, as long as they prove themselves. I've cut through a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different material, a bunch of thick material. They've been good. So if we could duplicate something like this and have Launch 3 be tools and fixed blades and like something like that, that would be incredible. So we'll see what Launch 3 is going to bring, but we're going to be doing Launch 2 pretty soon, within the next week or two, you're going to see stuff kind of trickling in from launch 2. And I'd say over the next 60 or so days, launch 2 will be like completely introduced. And then after launch 2 drops, we are going to drop the definition drop, which is going to be a custom, literally hand-drawn from our imaginations, the knife of our dreams. We're going to do a run of 500 later. Kurt, love you, bud. Sorry I haven't been paying attention to chat. And if you guys had seen these crazy custom knives like this, where we had taken G10 and carbon fiber and fused them together, then had them machined out to give that really tacky kind of feel to it with a harpoon style blade. Think like this, but only way doper and with like 20 modifications done to it. Anyway, so something similar to that will be dropped right after the Night Garen, right after, launch 2 is completely introduced. So that's where we're at. And we'll do this. Dude, thank you guys so much for the support. All you guys that are purchasing knives from Definition Knives, I so appreciate the support. I know Rich does as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's one. I want to show you guys a little bit better detail of what these what some of these look like, because looking through the whatchamacallit, is this failing? Hold on. It failed. It did indeed. All right, hang on. I got to get this image. Rich, you crashing out?
Yeah, I'm getting tired and the dog's getting squirmy.
I hate squirmy dogs.
Oh, she is really gimping. Bad leg there. Oh, doggy.
And actually, there was another little thing that I dropped that some of you may not realize. I did use a knife from launch 2 in the thumbnail for tonight. Prepper 101, good to see you, bro. All right, so I'll give you guys this.
I'm gonna have to drop.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming on.
All right,
while you drop out, I'm gonna drop this up there. Everyone go show love to Rich. Go to FlyngRich.com. You can also go to FlyngRich Firearms, and you can also, where did I do full screen? Okay, here we go. Boom. Make sure you subscribe to his videos and all that, or subscribe to his channels, watch all his videos. So this is a picture of the Copilot, which again, Copilot was the first one to sell out in launch 1. Copilot is a knife from launch 1 named after FlyngRich. Now, usually when we name knives after people, we name them after people that are moving the 2A ball down the field. And FlyngRich is suing a bunch of people. He's suing the ATF. He's suing a sheriff in Florida, all over gun rights activism. So we wanted to do something to support him. So this is the pocket clip side of the Copilot. This is carbon fiber scales, D2 tool steel. It's got a very nice bayonet swedge in the back. It's awesome. It is a crossbar lock, and this is on a leather chunk. And the other thing is that I actually made that picture myself. So yeah, your boy is out here making some dope pictures. So that's available at Definition Knives right now. It will probably become unavailable first because the Copilots just tend to sell out first. But before we go, I want to throw one other thing out there. This is one that got a lot of attention. I'm not going to throw the name out of who it's named after and what the name is yet, but I'll say this, because the Copilot vibe with the carbon fiber and the blue hardware and the satin blade and all that had been extremely popular, we wanted to do something else with that. And specifically, people were asking for, aside from fixed blades, because we know everyone wants fixed blades, and they're coming. We actually I have sample fixed blades here right now. I just am not going to show you guys right now because we may use some of them. But this, you guys were requesting specifically flippers and liner locks, and we wanted to do some frame locks too. So I'll give you a quick little snippet. This is another blade. I also did this picture too. You gotta look. We are stepping the game up. I am stepping my game up on pictures. Look at that freaking picture, bro. That is one of the new knives from Launch 2. That is carbon fiber scales, blue hardware. The reverse side is stainless. That's D2 tool steel. That is, obviously, it's our logo lasered in there. That is a picture of the actual knife. That is not a 3D rendering. That is the real deal, Holyfield. So, boom, there you go. And if you're curious of what the other side of the knife looks like, bam, check that out. And look at those, the jimping right there. It's a really dope knife, and it's very, very light, very thin, narrow, but the grip on it is excellent. And it still has a whatchamacallit on the back, lanyard loop. All of our knives so far have a lanyard loop. There's only one that we've made so far that does not currently have a lanyard loop, and that was kind of on purpose. Yeah, you never know. You may see a particular individual that we all know, love, and respect out there that may have been in chat tonight that's named after. So I'm not going to give too much away, but you're going to see here. I'll say this. Hang on. Oh man, I don't want to give too much away. You're going to see something named in honor of Gideon JSD. You're going to see something for Fat Tack. And the rest, I think you guys are going to have to wait for. Sorry. So you're going to have to wait for that. Sorry. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. I'm still a little under the weather, and I appreciate you guys coming on where I'm low on energy. And I'll just show this one too real quick. I know I've showed this a couple times. Bam. Oh, look at that freaking blade. Very unique blade. It's like a drop point Tonto. Man, that thing is so fire with the denim G10. Look at that. Sorry, I had to sandwich chef, brother. What's up, man? Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat for a minute. Yeah, so we got a bunch of dope stuff coming out, so you got to be on the lookout. And yes, like Fat Rooster said, the more we support Definition Knives, the more knives we can come out with in the future. And right now, I am 100% supporting my family and myself through DLD Hardware, Definition Knives, and what I'm doing online. So this is my job. So just so y'all know, it's a little bit different. Hey, Redneck Prepper, good to see you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, look, it gives kind of a different perspective when you remember, okay, this is something that someone is doing, for their livelihood. So, if you guys keep that perspective when you come in and look at shorts that I do, or the Instagram, or, when you come in live streams and things like that, obviously y'all know, right? Like I don't want to go to companies and be like, oh, I'm getting 100,000 views on Rumble, so pay me to read about Manscaped or whatever. I would never want to do that. I always thought the best thing to do, instead of taking money from companies that I don't care about or really want to recommend to my people, I would much rather start a company of something that I love and believe in, like something firearm related and something related to knives and EDC and all that kind of stuff, and then support that company that is something that we can talk about when we just talk about like our normal, like, what's your EDC? Oh, boom, I got this. What do you carry? Oh, I carry, X, Y, and Z. I carry the birdshot, or whatever. Like, it's so much cooler when it's something that you actually care about, and are passionate about. Because would you guys tell me this? Would you truly have respect for me if I were to be doing, ad reads for Manscaped, or for like, whatever, like VPN or what? And I'm not deucing on those creators that choose to do that, right? But I'm saying, like, tell me that you wouldn't feel like a little, like, some type of way if I just totally sold out and was like, today you're here off of ExpressVPN, where I'm telling you guys to go to this website and put, /donut operator to get a discount. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't feel good about that. Would I do that? You know what? For the right company, if I care about it and passionate about it and believe in it, all right, you know what? Maybe I will. If Gideon Optics wanted to do something, I would totally do that. If Goombeam wanted to do something, or which we already have affiliate programs with them, but if it would be different if it was a company that I actually cared about. But dude, I can see it in these content creators' eyes when they do videos, and they're like look at Donut, right? Dude, I'll give it to Donut. I know a lot of people don't like him, agree with him on his stance with police or anything at all. Donut was the one that literally told me, before the whole DLD thing, before the whole Darklight Dugan, before Dugan Ashley, before all that, he's the one that told me, if you want to start a channel, start a channel. And I was like, well, what do I do? He was like, it's easy. You start a channel. I said, okay, if I start a channel and I do that, like, then what do I do? He said, it's even easier. What you do is you make a video, and then you post a video. I was like, well, then after that, what do I do? He said, well, then it's even easier from there. Then the next day you make a video and post a video, and then and he just simplified it. I know that sounds so silly and simple and almost ridiculous, but if anyone out there is just curious or thinking about starting a channel, or maybe you have one, you've done a couple things, but it hasn't really gotten traction, just literally just post a video, and then continue posting a video or doing a live stream, and continue elevating it every chance you can. And actually, I can say this. I appreciate you, bro. Redneck Prepper. Thank you, man. I know a lot of you guys are. And I can say this because this is something I do know, love, and believe in. If you're going to be doing live streams, or you want to do like a conversation and video with multiple people and record it and post it later, you can do this. You can sign up for StreamYard right here, which we actually already had someone sign up. It does give your boy $25. So heck yeah. Scoot, brother. Good to see you, man. Fat Rooster, bro. I appreciate you. If you give it to God, he will show you the way. You don't have to worry. 100%, man. All glory goes to him. Everything is done through him. And I know a lot of times we put it on our own selves, and just give it to God, bro. Appreciate you, Fat Rooster. You're the man. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and you just need to do the work. And it's always a combination of faith and works. So there you go. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Again, I appreciate all you guys coming in. My apologies. I'm still a little under the weather, but probably over this weekend, I'm going to be, breaking through that. I'm going to see if I can find out a way to still do a show Saturday evening, but it will be at the Green Place on the Rumbles. So be on the lookout for that. And there's a couple topics that I'm considering doing. I will actually be having, if you guys remember, I was talking about that 2.7 ounce 9mm suppressor that's 4 ounces, under 4 inches long, and it's under 3 ounces. Yeah, under 4 inches long, under 3 ounces, and it's like $6.99. That is the Banish 9K suppressor. It's probably one of the dopest cans out there for pistols and for subguns. This thing is like this big, and it is micro steel and Inconel. It's so light, you don't even need to run a lid, a Nielsen device, a booster, a piston, whatever you want to call it, a linear inertial decoupler. You can literally just run it on a threaded barrel like a muzzle brake, like a whatchamacallit, like a compensator. It's that light. And I'm going to be having the owner of the Banish suppressor line come on the show. He also made the Banish Speed K 556 can that is a 4-inch long 556 suppressor that you lose like maybe 2 decibels of suppression, of sound suppression with it. It's so sick, man. Very, very good stuff. So I'll be having him on. I got some other guests that I'm lining up for the future too. So I so appreciate all you guys coming in and hanging out, man. God bless all y'all, man. I love y'all. And I actually saw, let's see. Oh yeah. I should address it. Because it's getting late and I got to run. Next time I come on, I'll address the whole IV-88 thing and what happened. It's in itself evidence that you can't talk about a particular group of people without getting squashed and canceled. I don't believe that when, if you guys remember, think back to when we had the conversation. I mentioned this several times that people aren't ready to have that conversation, and it's proof by you see evidence of it every single time that anyone mentions anything about it, because the moment you mention something about, not even about anything bad or negative, just that you're not supporting something, like if you say, oh, I don't support Israel or whatever it is, regardless even of your beliefs in the Holy Land and all that, I find it reasonable for someone to say, okay, there's a small group, a small percentage of people that are controlling the media, the internet, goods and services, the government, the banks, the money, the everything. And I don't like what that group of people is doing. That doesn't mean that you're hateful and you hate all these people and you hate people of particular nationality or religion or anything. Absolutely not. And people, because they can't separate those two things, they think that one thing means the other, and that's absolutely untrue. So I just remember that when you go into these kinds of situations, that just because someone says they don't agree with something or like the way something is going down doesn't mean that you have hate for anyone in particular. That's all I'm saying. And it looks like because people aren't prepared to have that conversation, that issue struck again and someone else got canned, and IV-88 caught the short end of the stick for it. So if the MPX is half by 28, then yes. Thank you, Sandwich Chef. Appreciate it. You too, Lightning McQueen. Appreciate you, bro. Anything half by 28. So like, honestly, it'd be perfect for like a little sub gun. Fluffy Bunny, bro. I knew Dark was a shill for StreamYard. Come on. If I were to be a shill for StreamYard, I would post it like several times over and over and oh, whoops. No, sorry. Let me stop. That was kind of a joke, but still, if you're in the market, Scootsy, good to see you. That's because we're rational. Others are not. 100%, dude. 100%. Because and also, someone's heart, right? My heart. I don't have hate in my heart for anybody like that at all, right? Other people that are just reading stuff on the internet, they assume if you say something about supporting something or not supporting something, you have hate in your heart for this type of person, this group, or this religion, or this what? Like, bro, what? How do you deduce that from that? Like, it doesn't even make sense. I mean, I get it, but I get it because people are stupid, right? Like, look up the Erev Rav, all right? I'll teach you a little more. All right. Mike McClune, the Goon, brother. Good to see you. Stop by the 7-Eleven store for caffeine and cigarettes. C4 energy drinks worth $3 for $7 and got some potato chips. Speaking of 7-Eleven, I'm thinking of a new shirt design. I was thinking of doing something like that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if that would be a cool shirt. Mike McClune, the Goon, I appreciate you, bro, so much. Chanamemba and a moderator, Kurt24, you too. IV-88 channel still up. Yes, this was on Twitter, and GOA dropped him. Nothing. He got dropped by GOA. More on that later. Putang, I'm gonna let you know that one of the knives this launch for launch 2 is honoring you guys, Gideon and Bob, Jordan, Gideon, JSD, Patmos, and we're doing a knife named in honor of you guys. And it took a lot of discernment in deciding who we're going to name certain things after, and I just wanted to let you know that you're one of the ones. So yeah, congratulations. And we'll Fat Tack, Josh is one of the ones too, and we'll be disclosing the knives soon and which ones are named after who and who we're honoring, because we're every single time we have a knife, we launch a knife and we say this one is named X, Y, and Z. I didn't really do that right. There you go. And the Putang poker, this is way more creative. Appreciate you, bro. This is there may be some of that too, no, this is man, you gotta wait, just be on the lookout, because we're gonna drop these knives and we'll trickle them out one at a time instead of just dropping all 7 right in front of you, because we have to drop them as they are available, so we have to make it make sense, right? We could only get a partial shipment this time because of products price, the cost of shipping, the tariffs are going up, the customs insurance is going up, everything has been going up, so we're just trying to do this as in the most sustainable way possible for the business, so be on the lookout. I'm going to keep free shipping on definitionknives.com for now, and we'll probably reevaluate that later on, but we just want to offer you guys as much value as possible. All the knives will always be under $100 unless we do one of the crazy special edition definition drops, which trust, once you see it, you'll be more than happy to pay if it is over 100. But even these other knives, like Civivi knives, like they're getting knives in like the hundreds of thousands, and I just bought one from them, it was $129. I'm like, how are y'all I don't know how these, and I love Civivi, great knives, great quality, but take a look at their hardware next time you look at the Civivi knives, and tell me if you don't see something familiar on them. Anyway, again, I love y'all, appreciate y'all so much, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Just remember that Christ is King, Christ is Lord, King of Kings. I love all y'all. We need to support each other in the community more. We need to make sure that as individuals with small businesses, we need to support Goombeam. We need to support Gideon. We need to support, Fat Rooster, right? Like, check out Fat Rooster _1 on Instagram. His Cerakote is nuts. It is incredible. He doesn't do the little like onesie twosies or anything like that. He does I've upped my prices. Up yours. That was good. But he doesn't do like the onesie twosie Cerakote. He does like big batch stuff for companies, and if you knew the companies that he did Cerakote for, your mind would be blown, because you probably have their stuff on your rifles. You probably have some of his stuff on your rifles and you have no idea. But shout out to Fat Rooster, he's the man, and you may see more from him in the future. We appreciate you. Check out Stifler Manufacturing. Stifler Manufacturing sells the Glizzy slides and Glizzy parts kits, and we need to support each other, man. And also, if you use code DARK on Stifler's website, you'll also get 10% off. And also, so Goombeam, Gideon, Stifler, Marconi Armory has a super dope setup. Their V2s are nasty. I don't think they have any more of their V1s. You can use code DARK on their website too, but Definition Knives, DLD Hardware, right? Those are the companies that I own, and if you guys support that, it would be a huge help. So I'm under the weather. I got to get out of here. I need to go get some rest, and I also still have a bunch of packages I got to get through. How could I get 80 orders? That is so crazy, but also it's a huge blessing. So thank you. All praise be to God. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all so much. Remember, as we close out, it's important that you guys We are actively in a culture war. It's important that you guys take on the role of culture warrior, all right? Which means that we have to be, like I told you before, door holders. We have to be kind. We have to be caring and loving. We have to, remove our ego and pride and hold the door open for others, even others that we dislike or disagree with. That's who we prove who we are, and that we're, good, moral people. That imagine this: if you held the door open for some, purple-haired crazy person that totally disagrees with you, and they believe morally that you are a person that is lesser than, right? They think you're crazy, redneck, toothless weirdo, right? And then they one day see somebody open the door for them and give them a smile and a hello, and you're wearing a gun shirt or something like that. They're like, what? I thought these guys were maniacs. I thought this person was actually super kind and super, you know what I'm saying? So those are the people that we need to be. So we need to make sure that we're being spiritual leaders for the people around us. We need to make sure we're being leaders within our home, leaders within our community, leaders within our church, and we need to hold ourselves to higher standards and expectations when we're doing that. And some of the rules I like to share with you guys at the end of every show are: rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else, like holding the door open for them, that brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2, think about it. You could convert them. You could convert them to at least be like, oh, they're not evil pieces of dirt. You know what I'm saying? So rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all so much. Do me a favor. Your homework for this evening is to go read Luke 15. Read all of Luke 15, okay? That's your homework for this evening, and to get a fresh perspective on the lost sheep. I think that'd be important. And just remember that you as that individual could be that lost sheep, and Jesus Christ just wants a relationship with you. He texts me all the time. He could text you too if you choose to read his word. So I'll catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all so much, and have a great night. God bless y'all. Bye. Shop at definitionknives.com. Oh, dang it. Forgot to mention that we're going to have Definition Knives is going to have a booth at Goals GOA Leadership Summit in August. We're pot committed. We're all up in there. So Goals in August, I believe it's like August the 11th, that weekend of the 11th. We're going to have a booth at Goals. So if you want to come out and see me, DLD, and FlyngRich, Crump, a bunch of other people, Josh with Black Diamond Guns and Gear, and Fat Tack is going to be there. Fat Tack Josh is going to be there. All the homies are going to be there. The Tactical Turkeys are going to be there. And I look forward to seeing y'all at Goals in August. And it's also a great opportunity if you've been waiting for your chance to assassinate me. It'd be a great time to do that. Love y'all. God bless y'all.